hate, bro. And just wait until y'all see that crypto shit that they up to, twin. They got something cooking, twin. That's why all these niggas trying to, hey, bro, I ain't gonna say too much. I'ma just laugh for right now, bro, because y'all don't get it. So I'ma just laugh, bro. But just remember what the fuck I'm talking about, bro. All right? That's all I'ma do is laugh.
Alright, what is good with y'all? Now, this is not looking too good for not only, I'd say, these streamers and these celebrities, I guess you could say, but for the crypto community as a whole, I'd really say. In fact, it's come to the point where when I think of celebrities that promote these type of things, it's come down to the point where there's not a huge celebrity, like there's zero huge celebrities really pushing this after what just went down. And let me just give y'all the rundown. So basically, Adin Ross Faze Banks and a bunch of random crypto dudes been promoting this coin, this meme coin called MLG, on stream, on Twitter, in private discords, and just random private calls, telegrams. They usually have telegrams for these type of crypto things that they got going on. Basically, they've just been talking about how it's the next big huge crypto opportunity out there. Buy it now or miss the wave. Same script, different actors. This has been going on for ever since crypto really just started booming in 2021. And when this MLG thing started and I started seeing the faces of this, I started putting two and two together. And honestly, this is back when I should have really started this media channel, because I would have covered this. But last year, I'd say around when Trump just got elected, and we kind of had that Trump coin thing go crazy in the Solana world of crypto, and everyone was pushing all different types of tickets. And there was actually a lot of celebrities that were making their own coin, their own meme coin, and pushing their meme coin just for them to be rugged. They probably wouldn't even know that they're promoting a coin that's 9 times out of 10 going to be rug pulled by the creator, by the person that's paying them. And that's usually why they do it. They usually get it back before, upfront, like, oh, I'm gonna give you this money, I'm gonna give you 200. Like, there's people like academics that have admitted that they've had these crypto guys come up to them and say, yo, if you post this one tweet, we'll literally give you 250k right now, just right here. And so if academics is telling y'all, yo, this is what these people are saying, 250k just to post just to tweet something, do you really think these other celebrities out here that are probably just down bad or, going through it with this drought, not going to accept that crypto money? They most likely will. So you had all these people set up their own, do their own thing. And obviously this makes them lose trust in a bunch of fans. And this has been happening for the last time. But with Adin Ross and Faze Banks, what was different is they were fully aware. They made it seem like they were fully aware what was going on. Except one big thing. Faze Banks, and this is why this is the biggest red flag for me, and it should have been a big red flag for almost everybody else. Faze Banks has been in Faze Banks history. Faze Banks has been part of multiple scams, and maybe not just completely part of, but his name involved in things have literally been in like multiple scams. Basically, what fans are rumoring is that Adin Ross was set up by Faze Banks to buy at a market cap of 200 million, I believe, or 300 million of the MLG coin when it was already high, and then tell his audience, making Adin basically like the puppet of the situation, and telling his audience, yo, buy right now, it's gonna go up, everything is gonna be fine, even though it's already pretty high up. And this resulted in it being completely rug pulled, like completely all the way down. And so, a lot of people were just looking at these people sideways. This is crazy. And Adin Ross, he might have been the pawn, And look, just looking at the people that was surrounded by Adin and how they were reacting when Adin would be like, yo, I'm kind of down, I'm not really up right now. Even in some clips that he was talking about it.
Money you put your money into.
I really did. That's the craziest part. I'm down money, but I know it's going to go up. MLG's going to go up. What?
Well, the only thing, it's just
right?
funny. It's just funny. It's just funny that you keep saying that. The only thing I'm telling anybody to buy, I mean, that's the ticker of the year, honestly, for me. When the waiter comes up and asks me what to buy, everybody wants a ticker. And it gets boring to fucking tell them Bitcoin and Solana over and over and over. That's the right answer. But the only ticker that I can tell anybody besides those two is MLG. Been saying it since 3M's. Going to keep saying it till fucking 420 billion. Yeah, that's it. That's it for me.
He might have not fully understand what he was really involved in, but the damage to his name, I mean, at this point, it's already done. You can't really trust. I hope people know you can't really trust any of these crypto guys at all. And what sucks is, I remember Adin talking about how he's gonna have like, when GTA 6 gets released, he was gonna have some way for people to make money off of crypto and real money, and in the game with GTA 6, link it all up together and everything like that. Well, now you kind of lost the credibility, the trust, all of that it's just gone now. And so they took to Twitter, both of them, addressing all of this. Faze Banks had multiple tweets. He was talking about all types of stuff. He said, "I've never scammed anyone a day in my life. The entire narrative is unfair, and part of the reason it exists is because of my Faze name is so easily farmed and manipulated. The fact this is affecting the guys at all is whack. So for the time being, I'm gonna step down away from not only Faze, but all this internet shit. It's destroying my life inside and out. Sucks my entire life gets ruined over something I didn't even do. The real ones know. I wish I could say I'll be back, but I really don't know if I will." It's crazy how this man just said I've never skimmed anywhere a day in my life. After me telling you guys about the whole Save the Kids, the CSGO, I mean, he definitely was part of those situations. You guys could go back to just anyone that covered back to that era of what was going on and what was just going down back then. Yeah, no, he was definitely involved. He definitely scammed people, even if he didn't feel like he didn't scam people. He definitely did. Now, what was really, really interesting is the clip that I played at the beginning of this video is when a certain streamer was actually talking about a situation that maybe like something like this might happen in the future, and that's none other than the man himself, Bruce. Drop him off.
They got something cooking to it. That's why all these niggas trying to, hey, bro, I ain't gonna say too much.
Bruce basically said, "Yo, Adin and Faze Banks, y'all better watch out for whatever what they promoting. Y'all better, look." He wasn't being too direct. He wasn't being too specific on what he was really alluding to, but he did mention both of these guys' names. He did, and this is so weird because he mentioned this a year from when this whole thing came crashing down on both of these guys. Is actually insane. That clip is from exactly a year ago, from when it just went down, and by the time I'm recording is July 28th. That's exactly when it happened. July 28th, 2024 is when it happened, and right now it's July 28th, 2025. So it's crazy how that went down. And what's even crazier is Bruce actually took to Twitter. This is coming from a long break. Bruce hasn't said anything, any tweets, he hasn't streamed at all in months, and he's all of a sudden saying, and he said, "It's been a while." He tweeted, "It's been a while," which only really alludes to one thing: this man's back to streaming. Yeah, things might be looking scary soon. Not just for Faze Banks and Adin and that whole situation, but also for people that Bruce had beef with, DDG. It might, it might kick off to something like that, but that's kind of getting off topic. Yo, this is bad. This is really, really bad. Now, there was a main chat apparently for the MLG coin, the meme coin itself, and Faze Banks did comment. He did comment on the whole thing, and he basically blamed Adin Ross for all of this whole thing, and he, put the whole thing on him. He goes on to say in this tweet, "Use them as exit liquidity. His ego got hurt, blamed Frank. By the way, if you guys don't know who Frank was, it's that big nose guy, that guy with the huge nose. Him and Frank got into it privately. Adin despises Frank. It drives a narrative about Frank selling. Somehow this falls on me and threats full farm the whole situation, spin it into me selling and dumping coins when I ran this thing up from 3 million to 200 million organically. Top blasted multiple times, invested a fuck ton of money and never ever sold. The only bad actor in this entire thing is Adin, point blank, period. And this is true to the extent of, yes, 3 million to 200 million. It's been organic the whole time, and anyone that has been invested in MLG from the beginning when it was still low, they did, like, those people did that 100% made money off this coin. Biggest thing is the names that are attached, and of course this whole thing just being rug pulled from the get-go. And I'm pretty sure there's a way where that doesn't have to happen, but it already, like, this already looked bad. And yo, you never know, Banks could have not been at fault in here. It could have been these people that he was around, but at the same time, bro, you are surrounded by these people. You are, you should know what you're getting into when you're around these people, which is why this is still all on him at the end of the day. And of course Adin Ross. But yeah, it's funny how Bruce predicted that whole thing. And this is what the thing is. Adin Ross and Faze Banks, they were probably the last people that were really credible with, being trustworthy in the whole crypto space when it came to celebrities. And I'm pretty sure now that it's just over for that, I'm not saying for their careers, but just for that in particular, it's a wrap for all of these celebrities, in my opinion. They were kind of like the last people that were really into that and were trying to, make a come off of that. But now that kind of trust is gone. Maybe Adin Ross can bounce back. Faze Banks definitely not. People don't even trust him after that whole CSGO thing, and this just gives him a bigger reason. It's kind of cooked from that. He has stepped down as the CEO of Faze Banks, and now Faze Rug actually is taking over Faze, which is interesting to say the least. Faze Rug, hey, Faze Rug, go crazy. I mean, it's not really, your name is Rug, Faze Rug, and you guys kind of just got called out for a rug pull, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's kind of, you know what I'm saying, but I don't think it doesn't matter that much. It was a pump and dump, if anything. But yeah, that's the whole situation, guys. And to be honest, what I'm getting from this is that Bruce is coming back, so it doesn't really matter. If this all went down for Bruce, what a album rollout, bro. I'm not gonna lie, this is a great rollout for Bruce to hop back into the streaming era. This little thing that's going on and him predicting that, and people bringing up the clip and everything, that's a great rollout for him to. You probably saw that and he was laughing and he was like, yeah, time to return. Which, good on him, man, good on him. But yeah, if you guys enjoyed the video, it's been your boy Rax Media. My name is Ray. I hope each and every one of y'all have a blessed day, and I'm going to see you guys in the next one. Goodbye. Peace.